Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're driving through Falmouth, which is the capital of Trelawney in Jamaica. And as you can see, Falmouth has some very historic architecture to it. Now this town was built hundreds of years ago, and it's right on the coast because straight ahead is the ocean. So basically back then the port cities were the most important, so they became the capitals. So Falmouth is the capital of Trelawney. As you can see, it's a very busy place. It's the most populated town in Trelawney. And what makes Falmouth so special though is because it has a pier, the Falmouth cruise ship pier, which we're going to look at now. But basically tourist ships come in, the cruise ships, and some of the largest ships in the world dock on port in Falmouth. It's the newest pier and it was built recently so it can accommodate the larger ships. So straight ahead is the Falmouth cruise ship pier, and there's no ship in harbor now. They have a set schedule for which they come in on which days, but that's the facility straight ahead. Now back in the day, Falmouth was one of the major ports in Jamaica. Okay, that's the facility on the left. Now this pier was built, I don't know if it was built by Royal Caribbean or who actually, I don't know what I don't know exactly how it worked to read the building, but Royal Caribbean operates this pier. So their ships dock here, and the persons come off the pier, come off the cruise ships into the pier, which is a secure facility. So visitors or persons who want to meet the persons on the ship, they can't go in the facility. Only persons who come off the ship or work there can go there. So basically the tourists come off the ship and then they go into the facility where they can shop, they have restaurants, but you can also get tours. So the tour buses would actually go into the pier and pick up the people and then drive them to Dunn's River, drive them to Mystic Mountain, Dolphin Cove, wherever they want to go, and then bring them back to the pier, drop them back off inside the pier, and then they go back on the ship. Now when you leave the ship, you get a card, and you have to present that card when you're going back on the ship, so that way the ship knows X amount of people are still outstanding, and also it gives you authority to board back the ship. Because when the ship goes back to wherever it comes from, let's say Florida in the US, you don't have to go through customs and immigration. Okay, so that's a cruise ship here, and it's operated by Royal Caribbean. I think they built it, or they put in some money, and the government of Jamaica put in some money, but however it was done, I'm not sure the details. If anybody knows, you can leave a message in the comment section. It's working very well. Everybody is pleased, the ships come in. Now if the tourists choose to leave the pier, that's totally up to them. They can leave and walk through the town, or they can get a taxi and go wherever they want. So it's totally up to them, but it's a secure facility, so you don't have to worry about certain things. Alright, so coming up on the left now is the Falmouth fire station. It's a very new facility. It was recently built. Now for the cruise ship pier to operate and the cruise ships to come in, you have to meet a certain criteria, and I'm assuming that's why Falmouth has this very nice fire station. It's similar to like an airport. To get accredited, you need certain infrastructure at the airport. So this is the fire station, and you can see quite a few fire engines in it. There's an ambulance. Very nice facility. It's something you would see in the US. So And actually Jamaica needs more cruise ship piers like this. Now Ocho Rios, a major tourist destination. Cruise ships come in there and they come off at the old Boxside Pier. They don't have a nice facility like what you have here in Falmouth. Montego Bay also has a cruise ship pier, but I'm not sure what their facility is like. Okay, of course you know that's a taxi driving like that. So this the way that this pier was built, very nicely done, and it can accommodate the larger ships in the world. So it was built basically with forward thinking in mind, because at the time it was built, the ship that's the largest ship in the world now wasn't sailing, so they built it to accommodate these ships. I'm not sure if these large ships, like the largest ship in the world, could dock at the Ocho Rios Pier or the Montego Bay Pier. I'm not very familiar with it, but if anybody knows, you can leave a message in the comment section. But that pier has literally revived the Falmouth area, and there's a lot of plazas being built. See these two gas stations on the left and the right, new, opened within the last year. And it has done a lot because, one, people have to work there. Two, the tour buses have to come in to take the people wherever they need to go. So it's a big boost for the economy. And the towns like Ocho Rios, actually every town on the north coast, from Runaway Bay, Discovery Bay, they should all have cruise ship piers. Now they have piers, but it's mostly for the like the Boxside companies. They have their own pier. A few private companies have their own pier, but you should have you should definitely have more cruise ship piers where the cruise ships can come in. Now there was some talk about recently actually about the government trying to set up home ports for these ships. Basically what a home port is, let's say for instance they were talking about Montego Bay. So let's say Montego Bay was a home port for a vessel. It means persons would fly to Jamaica, to Montego Bay, to board the vessel in Montego Bay. So the vessel would be basically, the home would be Montego Bay. So that's where the cruise would originate from, and that's where the cruise would end. So let's say ship XYZ was home based in Montego Bay, then everybody who wants to get onto that ship would fly into the Sangster International Airport, board the ship, and then leave. And then the ship would do its tour, and then the ship would come back to Montego Bay, where everybody gets off the ship, gets on a plane, and flies to wherever they want to go. So the government is trying to make that a reality, basically. And it would be a very good thing for the economy in Jamaica. So they're working on it, and they have chosen Montego Bay to be the pilot project, basically the first place to do it, because it has the airport, it has the hotels, basically it has the infrastructure needed to support something like that, and it has a cruise ship here. So that would be an excellent venture when they actually get it up and running, and it would do a lot for Jamaica. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day.